And as you can see, my name is Josephine, and I'm a proud member of Forever Living Products. So today we're going to be presenting a special topic, which is to do with the digestive system. And just to let you know that over 90% of medical ailments are associated with digestive health. Like nowadays, we're talking about Alzheimer's disease, which is on the increase, and everything goes back to, so it's not only to do with the brain, it goes back to the digestive system. So as you can see there, mastering gut health and standing proud and tall. So let me start. Okay, this is the topic for today. So, all right, now the areas we are going to be covering today is, as you can see there, what do we mean by, when we're talking about the digestive system, what do you mean? Because many people, they say the gut, okay? So what is it? And also there are some words which I'll be explained to you later. What do we mean when we talk about gut microbiome? I'm not going to be using a lot of scientific words at all. I'm going to keep it as simple as possible. So to give better understanding, so that you don't waste my time, and equally I do not waste your time, because I really appreciate your time listening to me this morning. You could have been somewhere else, but you choose to come and listen to the presentation. So apart from helping yourself with the knowledge, you can also go out there and help your loved ones and many other people out there. Because I can tell you what is happening currently, many people are in trouble. And when you talk to them, you always start something associated with digestive system. So second area we're covering today is what do you mean by leaky gut? Its symptoms and why it matters for long-term health. The third one is, what is the problem with chronic inflammation and is linked to leaky gut and chronic disease? What are the causes of leaky gut? And the last part will be nutritional solution in the management of leaky gut. Okay, so I've decided to choose certain area of the digestive system, which is the big intestine or the colon. That's the area that we're going to be addressing today, because there are many people who are having issues with this area. So let's move on. So as you can see on the screen, it says all disease begins in the gut. This was, as you can see, this was said by a Greek physician, and that was over 2,000 years ago. A Greek physician named Hippocrates. I'm sure some of you, maybe you've heard of him. And according to the latest research, another doctor, Dr. Alessio Fasano, it says all disease begins in the leaky gut. So according to CDC, that's the Center Disease Control in America, said that 14 out of the top 15 leading causes of death in the world today are chronic inflammatory disease, which has been linked with the subject of today. This means getting your gut right is imperative to improving every other system of your body. I hope you are following. So this is the anatomical area. As you can see from the original poster sent by Catherine, this is the human anatomical area of the whole of the digestive system. So from the mouth, you can see the arrow goes down through to the esophagus or your gut, the gullet, keep it simple, the stomach, then it goes down now to the small intestine, goes down now to the ascending colon of the big, large intestine. Then you get exit now through the anus, the rectum, and the anus. So this is the all of the entire digestive system. Now, it's an amazing God. What we pack inside the body is just amazing. We take everything for granted until something goes wrong. The body is so intricate. This is why we need to appreciate when we're in good health. When we talk about this digestive system or digestive tract, it measures between between 5 to 7 meters. That's the length, the entire length of the mouth to the anus. The colon, which we're going to be focusing on today, it measures 1.5 meters. So, as you can see, we always say digestive system, and maybe sometimes you hear people say digestive tract or gastrointestinal, or GI tract. That's the name it's up to refer to. So I've already mentioned the extension of the whole entire digestive system, leading from the mouth to the anus. So what do we actually mean when we're talking about the microbiome? So the gut microbiome, inside the big intestine, there are lots of this, we call it gut microbiome. They are, which is made up of bacteria. It's a population of bacteria, yeast, or we call it fungi, and viruses. They live happily together in this bad intestine. In fact, there are 30 trillions of them present there. They live happily together until we start throwing something like antibiotics. Because antibiotics, they are non-specific. They kill both the good ones and the bad ones. And now we start to have challenges with the health because of that disruption by antibiotics. And most of this, as I said, most of them live in the large intestine. What do? They help us with the immune system, to optimize our immune system. And this microbiome, they're also known to produce what we call vitamins, like vitamin K, which is responsible for blood clots. Okay? And they also help us to produce vitamin B. Maybe you've heard of vitamin B. Vitamin B is very, very important as part of digestive health. We'll be talking more about these important vitamins later. And what do? They are involved in chemical signaling to make sure the whole system is optimized, is working properly. So that's the job of these microbiomes, which you have 38 trillions of them living within the large intestine. So, as you can see there, so this these bacteria, they are affected by, apart from antibiotics, they're also affected by lifestyle. Whatever you take, what you drink, and what you don't drink. They are also affected by the diet. And also they are affected by the age. The people, as you get older, some of these bacteria or the microbiome, they get depleted. This is why we'll be talking about supplements later. This aging process, everything starts to become less and less and less, okay? When I was talking about this microbiome, when I was talking about they produce B vitamins, the B vitamins they produce, which is very, very important for integrity of the inner lining, which I'll be showing you later, of the colon. They help to maintain the integrity of the lining of that area of the large intestine. So this vitamin B, which they make, okay, the bacteria, they make what you call a short chain fatty acid, okay, and those bacteria, what they do, they help. What they do, they help to ferment. They have to ferment fiber. By fermenting fiber, that's how they are now able to produce the B vitamins. So the type of fibers they help to ferment, they are called soluble fiber. You have two types of fiber. You have soluble ones, you have insoluble ones. Okay? The soluble ones are they are broken down to small particles. That's what they use. The bacteria within the large intestine, that's what they ferment to produce the B vitamins. The insoluble one are like salad. When you eat salad, those are the hard ones. Those are insoluble fiber. What do? They help to give the push so you don't become constipated. Those are the insoluble ones. All right. So they are very, very important. This microbiome, they are very, very important for general wellness. Especially, maybe some of you heard that when we talk about the immune system, you find that 70 to 80% of the immune cells, they live inside the digestive system. to make sure that the immune system is optimized. So it is important to maintain, in order to maintain optimal wellness, there's a connection between obtaining, between having good gut bacteria and your immune system, because of the presence of 70 to 80% of the immune cells that live within this large intestine. So imbalances in this gut microbiome I mentioned to you before, anytime you get imbalances there, there's been this imbalances in the population of this microbiome. They have been linked to a lot of chronic conditions, such as, maybe you've heard of some people, they have issues with what you call inflammatory bowel disease. It goes back to the imbalance of this microbiome within the large intestine. Some people, they've been diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome. Some people, they've been diagnosed with dysbiosis. Dysbiosis means that the gut is not working properly. And again, the people, they've been diagnosed with series of infection and many others. So I hope you're following me. I hope you're understanding me. So this is the picture of what we are talking about. This explaining leaky gut. You can see this is the normal area of the big colon. You can see within that area of the big colon, we have all this, we have something that seals. You can see, we call it tight junctions. Tight junction here, tight junction here. They keep the inner part of the large intestine, they keep them intact, so that no bacteria, no toxin, none of effect of those medical or medicine, like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, can pass through. Or gluten. Gluten is which is known to cause a lot of allergic reaction in many people nowadays. So because of this tight junction, they are not allowed, so it's preventing them from entering into the blood. This is the bloodstream. Because if they happen to enter into the bloodstream, they can cause a lot of diseases. Now, what happens if they enter? Like here, let me show you the difference. That's the normal one. This is the one now where this tight junction is no longer there. It's been broken, which may be due to inflammation, may be due to gluten, may be due to effect of medication I'll be talking about later, which has caused this part to be broken. Compare this with this one. It's been broken. It's all broken. Or we call it tight junction. It's all broken. We need the lining of the large intestine. So because this has been damaged in comparison with this one, you find that pathogens, inflammation, all those of them which should not enter the blood start to go into the blood, into the system. And what happens? Now the blood, in order as a form of protection, we in the body, we have white blood cells. They are there to defend us. So when they see this as foreign, they see them as foreign, they say, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to enter the blood yet. You're not, you are toxic. You're toxin. So now the body puts up a defense, and they call it antibodies reaction. The body's antibodies start to attack these foreign particles, which has caused damage. Okay? And the process of attacking, now that can result, if the body is not well, if the situation is not under control, it can develop into what you call autoimmune disease. It can develop into Alzheimer's. It can develop into so many chronic diseases, as already mentioned, because of this breakage within the lining of the large intestine. Because the tight junction is been broken. So this is known here. This scenario is now known as leaky gut, or another meaning, or another word for leaky gut is intestinal permeability. So this area is not permeable to all different toxins. So I hope you understand what I mean by leaky gut now. So the digestive system, it breaks, in normal situation, the digestive system breaks down food and absorb nutrients from the food. That's how we're able to live. Okay? They have all those food we take, we call them macronutrients. They are broken down into small units. We call them micronutrients, not micro. Those are broken. That's the only way the body can make use of them, by keeping us healthy. So The mucous lining, normally within the lining of the digestive system of the big intestine, there's what you call mucus. No? Mucus, the lining. Within the lining, they are there to absorb water and also nutrients from the food we take, so that they are not passed into the bloodstream. I hope you understand it. So everything is shown in this picture is very, very important to understand the difference between normal digestive system, the large intestine, and when a disease happens called leaky gut. I've already mentioned it can lead to so many, including Alzheimer's and skin conditions like people when they say they've got eczema. Just imagine eczema. It also leads down to leaky gut. Okay? Now let's talk about diet. The diet is very, very important. It's one of the biggest factors involved in this leaky gut syndrome. So in most cases, what happens with those gut, the bacteria, they respond quickly to any changes in the diet. So if somebody is eating rubbish, like as I said, the unhealthy diet can begin to damage the population of those microbiome as little as within 24 hours. Within 24 hours. This was a research which was done by a professor in 2014 called David. And the good news that, in contrast, the good news is that if the diet is right, if the diet is good, healing can start taking place within this digestive system to prevent leaky gut within a short period of time. And the lining of the digestive system, you can get you can get a renewal within 2 to 4 days. So everything now can counteract the effect of leaky gut. So what we find is that nutrition deficiency, which is associated with leaky gut, particularly people whose diet is depleted of vitamin A, vitamin D, and zinc. Those are, you find that deficiency of that can increase what you call gut permeability or lead to increase in incidence of leaky gut. Now, let me talk about the diet. Let me talk about diet in body association of bad diet with leaky gut. So, the food which we should avoid, which is what we are consuming nowadays, unfortunately, this is why many people are sick. We are a sick nation. A lot of processed, now when we are king, now I've seen some people, they are king and the queen of processed food. What is junk food on the high street? Those can be associated with leaky gut. Processed food. When food is processed, they are devoid of all these essential vitamins I mentioned earlier on. During process, even during process of flour or during process of basic food, which is supposed to keep us healthy, a lot of nutrients, micronutrients they get depleted. So this is why consumption of processed food is associated with leaky gut. Too much sugar. I know in this nation, we know when we make chai, you see some people when they make chai, it's so syrupy. They eat too much sugar. And sugar is an oxidant. It's been associated with inflammation. So too much sugar is not good. It can lead to leaky gut. Too much consumption of artificial sweetness, all those sort of drinks and sodas. I don't mention companies' name, sodas. And you see them, some of the drinks in the shop, they vary from one color another, green, fluorescent green, red, orange. Those contain a lot of artificial sweetness, which is even worse than ordinary sugar. Especially one sweetness called sucralose. Sucralose is being associated with the condition we're talking about. Many people, they're allergic to dairy products. I know some people coming to see me as a consultant clinical nutritionist because they've been feeding their children or their babies with dairy products. And as a result of that, the baby develop leaky gut and start to have eczema. So dairy products is associated with leaky gut. Too much alcohol. We are a nation of before I used to think it's Ugandans that used to consume a lot of alcohol in comparison with Kenyans. But nowadays I found that they're in the same league. Area where I live now, Kiambu Road, there are so many alcohol shops opening up because I think because of the state of the nation. Okay, economic state of the nation, drinking excessive alcohol. Alcohol is also an oxidant which can cause damage to that area of the digestive system. So we use a lot of processed seed oil, like olive, like sunflower oil, all those different flour, and those are also known to cause inflammation. And we also, you find many people, they consume unhealthy fats, especially those ready-made food. Some people, they don't even cook nowadays. They don't have cooking pot in their household. They go and buy ready-made food in the shops. And those ready-made food, you know what goes into them. Maybe they are using Kimbo. I know, no, I don't mention, forget I use that name. They are using unhealthy fats. And those unhealthy fats are known to be associated with the topic of today. Saturated fats, too much consumption. All those things, all those pies, meat pies, they contain a lot of what you call unhealthy fats. Okay. Some people, when they start to consume legumes, which legumes is good because it contains a lot of fiber for people to prevent constipation, and it's full of goodness. But some people, unfortunately, they are also allergic to legumes. So that can also result into the condition we're talking about. We're talking about gluten. Gluten is, many people, they're allergic to gluten nowadays. Anything like biscuit, pie containing gluten, it's a protein, which has been associated with leaky gut. Even soy, especially when it's genetically modified. We grow a lot of food as GMO nowadays. That's another one. Raw vegetables, as I said, those insoluble fiber, in some people, not everybody, they can cause this leaky gut. Another type of inflammatory foods like nightshades. What we call nightshades is like ripe tomatoes, aubergine. That's a class of what you call nightshade. Some people, they're allergic to it. Even eggs. Some people, when they ask them, whenever they come to me, they have a problem with the gut. I always tell them, go and have your system tested for allergy. I send them to Professor Barry at Upper Hill Medical School to go and have a Upper Hill Medical Center to go and have it tested, because she is the one who specializes in all this allergic condition. So those people, she's able to help you to find out what particular food they're allergic to, which is causing leaky gut. And again, nowadays we're consuming a lot of genetically modified food, which also been associated with a leaky gut. Any food which a person has allergic to, or intolerance, or intolerance is inflammatory, can lead to any inflammatory food can lead to this condition of today. That's according to the research done by Professor David in 2014. I hope you are following. I hope I'm not talking too much. Okay, sorry, there's a breakdown here. Okay. I think okay, sorry, let me go back. Sorry for that disruption here. Okay, okay. Sorry about that, something just went haywire. Okay. All right, we've spoken about that. Next one. Now, the effect of medication. We've already mentioned about the effect of diet in general. Now, let's talk about side effects of conventional medication. For myself, I'm a complementary practitioner, which means that if somebody is on medication by their doctor or from their doctors, I never ask them to stop. I would normally advise them that they can combine it with our products. Our products will remove the side effects, because conventional medications are known to cause a catalog of side effects. So what are the effects of conventional medication causing leaky gut? Like if they're on what you call non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, which is very, very important. So I'm sure some of you have heard about ibuprofen. Ibuprofen is very, very popular and is known now to be associated with that condition. All these are known to be steroids, which is known to reduce the immune system. Even birth controls. Can you imagine birth controls is being associated with leaky gut? All those sort of things. Many people, they are on this drug called acid reducing drugs. We call it PPIs. That's a proton inhibitors. Okay, they are known as to be associated with leaky gut. This is in this nation, they dish out antacid like sweets. especially when somebody has been diagnosed with H. pylori and many other conditions, immediately they start giving them antacid, thinking that doctors, they don't know about nutrition. They don't know that once they put a patient on antacid, it messes up the digestive system, because in the stomach, so it's supposed to be acidic to be able to digest the protein, to break them into small units they call amino acid, to make up your enzyme, to make up all those, to help you to increase the population of those micronutrients. And what the effect of antacid, it depletes, it interferes with your enzyme to digest protein. It interferes, or it depletes the amount of B vitamins in your system. It depletes the amount of calcium. Maybe you've heard of some people that there was some there was a program some years ago, a documentary to be precise, about somebody who was on long-term Nexium. Nexium is antacid, and he ended up developing osteoporosis because that depleted the amount of calcium in his system, causing weak bones. So those are the effects of antacid in the digestive system. Another thing, the conventional treatment is chemo. And we know chemo for cancer is a conventional treatment, chemo and radiation. That's the conventional treatment for cancer. And the side effects are terrible. Chemo is which is supposed to treat cancer, is also known to cause cancer. And it weakens, or it damages that inner lining of the big intestine. The same thing as radiation. Radiation is terrible. It's burning. It burns that area. You feel that burning sensation inside the lining of that inner line, that lining of that big intestine. So these are at the end of the day, the patients who've been treated with chemo and radiation end up getting leaky gut. I've already told you about antibiotics. They are non-specific. They kill both the good bacteria and the bad ones, leading to imbalance of bacteria and damaging the lining of that area I showed you earlier on in the picture. Now let's talk about environmental toxins and other chemicals. So environmental toxins is, let me tell you, we are living in a polluted world. The world keeps on getting more and more polluted. And this pollution is associated with leaky gut. They can come from things like, as I already mentioned, food additives, pesticide like glyphosate. Glyphosate is a product, is part of what you call Roundups, which farmers in Kenya they use on the land. Like now, it's been raining for a long time. Anytime farmers, if they have rain, because of the rain, they have grains which they are not able to dry in the sun, so they can use glyphosate as a desiccant to dry their produce, and that's been associated with leaky gut, with the consumption of those type of food. Herbicide that also the spray is another cause of leaky gut. What is chemicals they use when they are processing food? They are known to trigger or affect the immune system, as I said, which is being associated with leaky gut. So according to World Health Organization, they said that there are more than 160 million chemicals used. Imagine. This is why I said we are living in a toxic world. And again, another research that came up, especially among Black people, in personal care. Most of the personal cares that Black people they use, those ones like the one for bleaching, those ones for dyeing hair, and all those cosmetics for Black people, most especially, they are not properly researched. And many of this personal care, they are regulated. So the FDA, the Federal Drug Association in US, they don't they make this cosmetic. They are not required for testing any safety in terms of safety. They are not required to do so. The ingredients. So especially the one for Black people. So this personal care, they be associated to leaky gut. Though you may say you're putting on your body, but your body at the end of the day is whatever you put in your skin goes back to the blood. So don't forget that, causing leaky gut. So what are the symptoms of people who have been diagnosed with leaky gut? They normally suffer from burning sensation. This is now when somebody come when they come to me, I have a list of questionnaires that I ask them before recommending any products, because I'm not a doctor, I'm a complementary practitioner. Doctors, they look after, they don't treat they treat the symptoms instead of the root cause of the problem. For me, I have tried to go to the root cause so I will know what appropriate products to recommend at the end of the day. So I'll give them a questionnaire where questions like this, I always ask them when they say they have issues with their digestive system. Just to find out, to get to the real reason why they're having those issues. I ask them, do you suffer from any burning sensation like ulcer in your digestive system? Do you have painful indigestion? Do you feel bloated? Do you suffer from gas? Do you suffer from abdominal pain? Do you have some diarrhea? Do you suffer from constipation? Your immune system. Do you have a poor immune system? Because it's associated with poor gut health. Do you suffer from a constant headache like migraine? Do you suffer from brain fog? Remember, when we talk about brain fog, forgetfulness, memory loss. So it's not, because there's a connection between the digestive system and the brain through the gut-brain axis. So anything that is poisonous can also affect the brain. The brain can become malfunction. This is why some people, they suffer from memory loss. Do you suffer from chronic fatigue? Many people, they suffer from chronic fatigue. They're always tired. And this is, they reduce ability to have energy from the food. Do you suffer from nutrition deficiencies? I mentioned those micronutrients already, which can result from reduced ability to draw energy from the food. I've already mentioned about gut issues. Some of them, they come with rashes. They come with eczema, especially those babies who are allergic to dairy, as already mentioned. They suffer even acne. Acne can also be the result of leaky gut, rosacea. Too much, and these people, they tend to have cravings for sugar or strong carbohydrate. Do you suffer from joint pain like rheumatoid arthritis, which is a class of autoimmune disease? Mood swings. Mood swings. Catherine, can you hear me? Am I audible? Catherine? Hello? I will proceed since I can't hear from you. Do you suffer from autoimmune disease? Let me check to make sure that she's hearing me properly. Okay? Because it's important that she hears me properly. Oh my God. Okay, I hope she's able to hear me. All right, let me move on. Nobody can hear me. Okay, the next one.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, good. I just wanted, because I saw a message on my laptop. Okay, why is it important to treat leaky gut? And what happens if leaky gut, if the gut is leaky? What happens? Why is it important to treat it? Okay, I've already mentioned it's responsible for many medical challenges. We've already mentioned about all these different challenges. And when we're talking about autoimmune disease, which is due to leaky gut, there are over 100 different types. It can lead to depression. Remember, depression is all to do with the brain. It can lead to diabetes. It can lead to a lot of multiple of chronic diseases. As you can see, according to another research, this is another research scientist here from US in 2022. He said that chronic disease closely associated, the chronic inflammation is closely associated with chronic diseases, like all this cancer. It causes pathogenic changes that happens in various chronic diseases. I hope you understand that. So now, let us talk about the solution to avoid, or you don't become a victim of leaky gut. Very, very important. You call the nutrition solution for leaky gut syndrome. We're talking here at the moment about macro. We call it macronutrients. Macronutrients are this type of food. Okay. macro. And when they are broken down, they are broken down small units called micronutrients. So that's it. The big one is macronutrients. This we are so blessed in this nation with all this different type of food. That's my favorite. That's broccoli. That's tomatoes here. Here we have ginger. We have, you can see there, we have blackberries. It's full of antioxidants. I can see aubergine here, aubergine there. These are all macronutrients. All these are macronutrients. These are, excuse me. So sorry about that. I have an interruption here with the little one. Yes. So these are macronutrients. Very important. So now this macronutrient, when we prepare them, we can prepare them as meals. Okay. No, this one is well balanced. You can see all these are well balanced. We should be consuming. I can see that that's my favorite food there. That's a melon. That's watermelon, which is full of a lot of antioxidants. And a lot of these are all macronutrients. Here, this is we call it, forget about this. Also, we consume this. I was training in Ghana the other day. So here in Kenya, we can have ugali. Okay. We have ugali with vegetables. And also to balance, you can have protein like fish. Or we can have lean chicken. Okay. We can have lean chicken. We can have lean beef. Those are well balanced. I think that's sweet potato there, which is full of fiber. We have avocado, which is well recognized here. Very important. Okay. Although I always say whenever you eat, you are getting your vegetables, it's always when you're cooking vegetables, don't cook them to death. Okay, so that you destroy all the essential nutrients. So which is what I get. I love fish. I get my fish from Lake Turkana, which is non-polluted. So you call it, yeah. So whatever I eat, I will always make sure, I don't eat much, but whatever I consume, I make sure it's balanced. Very important. So balance in terms of diet is the key in the prevention of leaky gut. Okay? Now, let's talk about micronutrients. I hope you're all awake. We did a training on aloe vera last time, and we have in Forever, we have 4 different types of aloe vera drinks. These 4 globally, remember we are trading in over 165 countries globally. And all our products, they are scientifically researched. They are no nonsense products. So these 4 drinks in Forever, they constitute 50% of the company's sales globally. So we are moving a lot of these products. So this is the first one which we spoke about last time, aloe vera gel, which contains 99.7% aloe. This is the real one. Okay, I hope some of you are taking it. And this is another one. We don't have it in Kenya at the moment. This is aloe vera based, marinated in sun-ripened peaches. It's very delicious in terms of taste. This one is an acquired taste. Okay, but this one is a good one. At the end of the day, I say acquired. So when you start having it, when you start taking it on daily basis as a health tonic, you don't even feel, you start to feel good. So you don't notice the taste anymore. So this aloe berry nectar, which we'll be talking more about, contains apple and cranberries. This is good for everyone, especially anybody with the issues to do with the kidneys and the skin. So this is another one. This is good for the joints. Anybody with arthritis, this is the one. Freedom for the joints. Okay. So I hope some of you've already taken yours today. Those are already taking the products. Like this lady is smiling. She's full of vitality. She's looking good. She's happy. I've already taken mine. I took mine at 8:30 this morning. I took my aloe vera gel. And I don't have aloe berry nectar at the moment, so I take the aloe vera gel. I don't even measure it. I just say it's good for my system. So I just have a glass, okay, which is about 120 mils in the morning. And my grandchildren, they are used to the taste because although they've been consuming it before, during when they were in their mother's, when they were being conceived, they've been consuming. The mother has been consuming it before she got pregnant, and it's through her pregnancy she's been taking the aloe. So the children, they are now age 1.5 and age 4. They don't even notice the difference because they've been taking it internally when they were still within the mother's womb. So now let's focus about the one which is going to help us with this condition called leaky gut. So this is the aloe vera gel. You can say I call it's a health tonic, food in a glass, because it's well balanced. Remember, I did the training on it before, so I'm not going to dwell on it because I'm sure you will still remember about the beneficial effect of this aloe vera gel. Just know it's food in a glass containing all the essential minerals, amino acid for cellular repair, all the essential all the essential vitamins. At the end of the day, it's going to optimize your immune system. It's going to help those immune cells based in the digestive system to function optimally. And when you ask people when you recommend this to people, they always say, oh, they don't want any drink, they just want tablets. No, it's not a rejection. It's because they don't understand. Our job is to educate them so that this is going to help them to maximize absorption of those food supplements, because it's a good one to help to detox. As I said in my last presentation to you, they have to detox the whole of the digestive system. So whatever you take, you can have maximum absorption, because many people can carry a lot of toxins. So this is very, very important. And at the end of the day, what it does, it helps in terms of cellular repair of that area of the digestive system. It helps to soothe, and it actually helps to seal that leaky gut. It helps to repair. So those tight junctions, they are repaired between, I told you get renewal. It just helps to speed up the renewal of the digestive system. Those tight junctions, you get new formation, so you don't get any poison going to the blood. So they support regeneration of the lining of the large intestine to strengthen those tight junctions, as already mentioned in the picture. So the aloe berry nectar is also very good, containing apple and cranberry. Apart from the aloe, contains a lot of vitamin C, and it's a good antioxidant, containing what you call quercetin, which is anti-inflammatory. It's a special antioxidant, very, very important for digestive health. So when some people, within the aloe vera itself, any of the drinks containing aloe vera, they contain what you call prebiotic, which I mentioned before. Prebiotic, which is a fertilizer for most protective gut healing bacteria. So it's a fertilizer for probiotic. Okay? So without the prebiotic inside the aloe vera drink, the probiotic will not work. And I will explain to you what we mean by probiotic later to give you a better understanding. So, like when we're talking about all these minerals, like magnesium is very, very important. Part of the component is magnesium. And deficiency of magnesium can lead to alteration in those bacteria within the digestive lining and poor healing of inflammation. Because we know that magnesium, it helps the smooth muscle of the digestive system to relax for good bowel movements. So it's very important. So it helps you to exit all those when you are passing number 2. So if your system is depleted of magnesium, you find that you're going to have issue with constipation because the muscle will not work properly. So I hope you understand that. And I showed you this picture before, that the aloe works from the mouth to the other side to the anus, working from the mouth all through to cleanse this area. I showed you this before, the way aloe vera helps in terms of detoxification, so that you can absorb whatever you are taking properly. So today we'll be talking about, apart from the aloe vera drinks, to help us so you don't become a victim of leaky gut, we have a supplement here called probiotic. Remember I mentioned prebiotic in the aloe. Now we have what you call Forever Active Pro B. It's a probiotic, which is very, very important for digestive system. With Forever Living products, these strains, they contain 6 different beneficial bacteria. And these strains of bacteria, they are freeze-dried for protection, potency, and shelf stability. They've also added, through scientific research, they've added prebiotic fiber so that the probiotic can be sustained during storage and transport and delivery to the gut. I hope you're understanding me. So now let me go back to the basics. In our system, in an healthy adult, you find the ratio. This is the ratio of good bacteria. Remember I mentioned about the population of those microbiome, okay, containing bacteria, good ones. So the beneficial bacteria, in terms of ratio, the population is 85%. And the bad ones, 15, the ratio is 15. But when somebody is having issue with a bad digestive system, you find that the bad bacteria duration is the reverse. That's why people are sick, especially with the diagnosis with leaky gut. And the good bacteria is only 50. Can you imagine? That's the reverse, which is very bad. That's why people are sick. So when we're talking about probiotic, the probiotic, they help to prevent food poison. They help in terms of working with the aloe to detoxify any harmful substances. And they help to keep the digestive system very clean. And they also help to stimulate the motility to prevent constipation. So people having issue with constipation, it's highly recommended to take the Pro B. People having issue with food poisoning, Pro B is highly recommended. They also help to make sure they balance the cholesterol and also estrogen levels, especially in the old people who are over the age of, who are going through menopause, because the estrogen level gets depleted. So it helps to regulate that balance. And also people having issue with hormone imbalance. So this helps to keep the hormones in balance, help with the digestion of protein, fat, and carbohydrate. And also, very, is well known, the probiotic, it helps to prevent emergency of antibiotic-resistant strains, which is happening more and more nowadays. So what is unique about our probiotic, working with the prebiotic, different from other ones on the market? What is the difference? Ours is unique because it's in beads, and because of this, it's able to bypass stomach acid. All those 6 beneficial bacteria, they don't get digested by stomach acid. Some people, they say, oh, yogurt is contain probiotic. In theory, yes. In practice, they don't work, because those bacteria in the natural yogurt, they get digested by digestive enzymes. So they don't reach the target organ, which is the large intestine, where they're supposed to work. Any of that, some probiotic, they're in powder form. And they said mix it with water. They don't work because they get digested by stomach acid. I hope you're understanding me. So additionally, the probiotic from Forever, they contain zinc to support. Zinc is very, very important to optimize the immune system. So for our probiotic, we always say take one every morning with the aloe or with water on an empty stomach for optimum digestive health. But if somebody is symptomatic, if they have issues, they've been diagnosed with all those chronic diseases I mentioned earlier on, they can take one in the morning and take one at bedtime. That's our Forever Pro B. Very, very effective. Now, the third one in making sure we don't become a victim of leaky gut is our Forever Omega-3 fish oil. This is a special one. This is well researched, scientifically researched. Many of the products in Forever, before they're available for purchase, they take about 3 to 4 years of research to make sure they don't produce rubbish. This is why I've been sticking Forever since 1995. So our Forever Omega-3 fish oil is also known as essential fatty acid, because the body does not produce it. You can only get it by supplementation, or you can get it by consuming cold water fish, which we don't have in this country. So this one is extracted from non-polluted. That's our omega-3 fish oil. It's extracted from all these fish. Calamari is my favorite. It's my favorite one. Whenever I go to Zanzibar, I always eat a lot of calamari. According to research, it contains known to contain a lot of omega-3 fish oil. And also, we extract our omega-3 from the flesh of salmon fish. You can see these are the ingredients, which is concealed in a capsule. So the capsule is oil-based. In order to make sure, because it's oil-based, the oil does not become rancid, we've added antioxidant vitamin E inside together with lemon. So this omega-3 fish oil also contains omega-9, which is olive oil. That's extra virgin olive oil, which is also because it's so health benefit, because it's anti-cancer. So what does it do? Our omega-3 fish oil is very, very good in terms of preventing inflammation. So this is a picture of a cell. In your body, you have trillions of these cells. I'm not talking about cellular phone. Go back to your basic biology. You have cells. And outside the membrane of this cell is is contains what you call omega-3 fish oil. Very, very important. It helps to stabilize the cell membrane. Very, very important. And also omega-3 stops inflammation. Remember inflammation about chronic inflammation associated with leaky gut. It supports healthy immune system. We mentioned about the importance of those immune cells within the large intestine. So this is very, very important, very essential for us to be taken on a daily basis. Anybody with cells, and we all have trillions of those cells in our bodies. Anybody with brain, you need omega-3 fish oil. So that's what we call essential fatty acid. So very, very important for cell membrane flexibility. And as I said, it's a potent anti-inflammatory agent in the immune system. So normally I recommend people to take 3 capsules twice a day. For me, that's what I do in order for me to optimize my immune health. And because it's all based, you take it just before food or immediately after food, so you can have maximum absorption. So that's our omega-3 fish oil. I hope you can understand what we're talking about here. The third one, which is very important for the topic of today, so as we call our Forever Daily. It's a food, this all contain micronutrients, obtained from macronutrients. These are all macronutrients, as I already shown you before, and aloe. This is our aloe. So the tablets here, they are coated in aloe and aloe vera, contain all these essential micronutrients. So the Forever Daily, they are in tablet form, which contains, according to research, it contains a blend of 55 new essential micronutrients. And within it, we have vitamins and minerals. They work together, happily together, synergistically. All right, very, very important. So here, our Forever Daily contains those, what we call CoQ10 enzyme. You remember I said people with leaky gut, they suffer from chronic fatigue. So this CoQ10 is a special enzyme which is present within inside. It's to take you back to your basic science. Your basic science, in your cell, you have what you call mitochondria. Mitochondria are present there as for energy production inside the cell. And what do? They produce CoQ10, which is important for energy. So inside these tablets here contain the micronutrients called CoQ10. And it also contains antioxidants, which are called quercetin, for immune health. Very, very important. And also part of the ingredients, you can see why I'm recommending this Forever Daily as a third supplement when in making sure we don't become a victim of leaky gut. So we can see all the micronutrients present. So it's all well balanced. All those vitamin B12, iron, zinc, which is very important for immune health, as already mentioned. And also, it contains selenium. Selenium is a trace mineral which helps to support detoxification. It regulates inflammation. Deficiency of selenium, which is a trace mineral within this tablet, deficiency is been implicated in the progression of irritable bowel disease. I hope you are following what I'm saying here. This iron component within the tablet is very, very important to make sure that those gut gut flora or microbiome, they are balanced. So poor cellular healing is due to lack of hemoglobin. And when you are deficient in the iron, when you become anemic, and deficiency can they cause poor healing. So poor healing can result to those tight junction not being repaired. I hope you are understanding the importance of iron. Vitamin C component is another antioxidant, which is very, very important. This vitamin C within the tablet is a special antioxidant, and what do? It helps with the production of those short-chain fatty acid, which is produced by those bacteria in the large intestine. I hope you understand. So for this tablet, for me personally, I take 1 tablet twice a day, 1 times 2. Very, very important. You don't take 2 at a time because the body is a clock. It works 24 hours. So you take 1 times 2. Very, very important. So those are the products I would need, supplement I would recommend. And another one, which is very, very important for digestive health, is our forever garlic thyme. Garlic is combined with, according to scientific research in Forever, they've added the natural herb called thyme. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's a natural herb. Okay, you can see that picture there. It's added to increase the potency of the garlic. Some people, when you ask them to be taking garlic, they say, oh, they're already taking garlic in the food they eat. But it's not a rejection. We have to educate them, saying that the garlic you are taking in your food is only to flavor the food. But the moment you open this garlic, you dissect it, and you start cooking it, it loses that essential ingredients called allicin. Allicin is a very powerful antibacterial agent within the garlic. So the moment you start cooking it, it gets destroyed. It's part of a sulfur compound, which is important for the large intestine, for the health of the large intestine. So our forever garlic thyme, they are in capsules. They're encapsulated. So they only release when they get to the large intestine. That's where they can do their work. And if you're going to eat if you're going to take the same equivalent in ordinary fresh garlic, you will not eat, because this is very, very potent. You will not only smell, you will stink. Just shows how powerful this garlic, which is in the capsule, is, how powerful it is. And it contains, as I said, sulfur compound essential for the health of the large intestine, and a lot of antioxidant, which means it helps to prevent inflammation. So with the garlic thyme in Forever, we recommend, just like the omega-3 fish oil, you take 3 capsules twice a day. It's very, very important. Many people nowadays, I've got, this is why I'm addressing the topic of today, because last year, there were 3 men who died because they didn't follow whatever I recommended. They believe in doctors. They died because they were being diagnosed with cancer of the colon. Guys, they keep a lot. They internalize a lot. They don't go and seek medical help until the situation gets out of control. So they were diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. And another one passed away about 6 weeks ago. Initially, it was operated done. They spent a lot of money. They were treated with radiation and chemo. And they were not using, I told the wife that this guy, look after, start using our products, but they believe in doctors. And they ended up treating him. He was wearing a colostomy, a bag. And because of the treatment, we lost this guy 6 weeks ago. That's another guy for you. This is why we're talking about the topic of today of leaky gut syndrome. So, in addition to garlic thyme, now there's been a lot in the world of nutrition. There's been a lot of information about the importance of beneficial effect of vitamin D, which are called a sunshine vitamin. Okay, which is very important to strengthen the immune cells present in the large intestine and many other chronic ailments. So there's a lot about the powerful effect of vitamin D, which as you can see there, our vitamin D in Forever, we call it Forever Absorbent D, and it contains vitamin D and the antioxidant vitamin E. So it's bonded in this prickly pear, so to make it taste nice, okay? Prickly pear. I have got this picture in my garden. This is a cactus. So it's a cactus, and you can see this is the fruits. This when they that's the ripe one, and they grow very well. I've even given some to some of my neighbors to grow. So this part of the external part which they use to coat the tablets here, which is also very beneficial for the vitamin D, because it's also a special antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. So the vitamin D is very important because, again, when they've been diagnosed with that issue, they're stressed, they can't sleep at night, and it's very important for healing. You need to sleep. So vitamin D helps with the production of that melatonin. You've heard of that hormones before, which makes your brain to say that it's time to sleep properly. So vitamin D, it helps in that process of kicking out any form of stress, and to sleep properly, to strengthen the immune system. So for me, we recommend, there are 60 tablets there, so we recommend you suck one tablet twice a day. Or you can suck, for me, for convenience, I take two at a time, suck two. So it's very, very important for uh, for to make sure you don't become a victim of sleeplessness. Sleeplessness. So that's our forever absorbent D. You just suck it. You don't chew it. You can chew it, but you can. For me, I suck it, and you don't take it with water, so you can get the benefit. It's very nice, pleasantly done. So as I said before, vitamin D is a vitamin, but it's also, you call it sunshine vitamin. So as this was a research which was done last year. Okay, this appeared in the Journal of Nutrients, this research, the importance of vitamin D, because they found that it helped to improve the survival rate of cancer of the colon. I hope you're taking note of that. So this is another one we call immune gummies. Immune gummies is very, very important also to boost the immune system, because if your immune system is working optimally, you will not become a victim of leaky gut. So immune gummies is, in some people, they like this. You just suck it and it's pleasant. Why am I recommending? It contains a lot of it contains, you can see there 10 vitamins, including vitamin D3. All those ones I said that can be depleted, leading to leaky gut. They're all present here. It contains folic acid and also vitamin B12 working together. The amount contained is not a lot, because in an adult for a good vitamin B12 is supposed to be 500 micrograms. Okay, here vitamin B12 here is only 2 micrograms, and the folate, which is folic acid, is supposed to be 400 micrograms on daily basis for optimal wellness. Here it's only 200. It's just the half, 200 micrograms. So this is why we need to take other products here. So for the immune gum, you suck two on daily basis. But for me, I believe in immune blend. Why do I believe in immune blend? Because also for immunity, because it contains the antioxidant vitamin C, vitamin D, which is also present in the other one, contains zinc, and also additionally it contains these two essential mushrooms. Mushrooms are very, very important. This, according to scientific research by Forever, contains maitake mushroom and also shiitake mushroom, which, according to research, are very important for immune health. You can see there, support immune cell production. Also help to make sure you don't get any growth. It's anti-cancer. Cancer is a growth. Okay, the vitamin D containing strengthens the immune cells, and the vitamin C helps to fight all those anything that can cause cancer. The zinc supports also immune health. Very, very important. So the zinc, the presence of zinc there is able to work although it's a mineral, but it is also an antioxidant mineral, which works together with vitamin A and vitamin C. And in essence, what they do, it supports cellular healing and enzyme, very important for those digestive enzymes. Okay, so deficiency of zinc can lead to diarrhea. Okay, so I always recommend they can take one tablet twice a day. That's the immune blend. Immune blend, I've been moving a lot of it, especially for those patients who are HIV positive, because it increases the CD4 for immunity. So that's just additional information for you, for anybody you know who is HIV positive. So we have here what you call Lycium Plus. Lycium is a fruit, this fruit called Lycium barbarum, and we've added licorice. Licorice is very important for the digestive system, especially people having issue with acidity. So it contains this antioxidant I mentioned earlier on, quercetin. I hope I'm not boring you. I hope you are following. So this supplement is very good to suppress any allergic reaction naturally, not like those conventional medication. It is antiviral, anti-inflammatory properties. So this quercetin we said earlier on, which we have also in Forever Daily, it helps with the production of those those uh, those uh, those material produced by those bacteria in the large intestine called butyric acid or short chain fatty acid, for very, very important for the health of the colon. Okay, that's the antioxidant called quercetin. I hope you are following. I hope I'm not speaking too much medical jargon. Here, just I put B forever B12 plus just to make sure to make you say that this is balanced. I'm recommending it because the B12 and forever B12 plus works together with omega-3. The omega-3 start to work from the membrane, from the outside of the cell, from the membrane. This one is in the center. Take you back to your basic biology again. Work in the center of the cell. Okay, the cell which you have in your system. Yeah. So it's very important for cellular replication, for the renewal of those cells within the colon. Okay, those those cells in terms of repair. So it works in the center of that of the cell for cellular replication. So we say B12 plus because it's not just ordinary vitamin B12. It contains other B vitamins. You can see all the remaining B vitamins. All these ones, these are all the components. Vitamin B9, which is folic acid, very important for cellular repair. So here, as you can see where I said for the cellular replication in the center of your gene. Sorry, I don't want to make it too technical. So basically, I say it's good for good health, for repair of those tight junction. Okay, so the folic acid, which is vitamin B9, the component within it, is very important to stimulate the production of hydrochloric acid, which gets depleted in people as they're getting older. They get reduction in hydrochloric acid, which is very important for digestion of protein broken down into small units, into amino acid for your enzyme. I hope you are learning. So this is well balanced because I said for adult, they make sure that the B12 component should be 500 microgram and the folate component should be 400 microgram. This is the one we recommend. Okay, so we recommend you take 1 tablet twice a day. This is for 1 month, 60 tablets. Very, very important. It's not only for people who are anemic, it's also good for cellular repair, working together with the aloe vera and our omega-3 fish oil for colonic health. So here we have, remember we said that we're living a toxic environment. Some people, they carry a lot of garbage over the years. They are toxic. This is why they suffer from chronic constipation. Inside, they don't, when you ask some people, how often do you go to the toilet to pass number 2? They say once a week, which is wrong. No, the way naturally we should be like babies. A baby within 30 minutes or 40 minutes of feeding, they go and they exit, they poo. But many adults, because they're eating a lot of rubbish nowadays, they're eating a lot of processed food, all those junk food on the ice, those sinful food. No, those sausages containing nitrate, which is carcinogenic, and at the end of the day, it's known to clog the system. So full of toxins. That's why they suffer from chronic fatigue because they don't exit. So what do we recommend here in Forever? We recommend a package called C9. C9 is a detox. For C9, it's a detox package for natural cellular detoxification, just only for 9 days. And after 9 days, they'll be feeling, after completion of this program, they'll be feeling vibrant, they're able to go to the toilet smoothly because of the ingredients within it. And apart from the aloe vera gel within it, also we have what you call Forever Light Ultra, which is made from soya beans. This is non-GMO. We don't deal with any of the protein Forever. They are GMO free. So it's a protein essential for cellular repair. And also it's full of fiber to make sure that you're able to have smooth gut mobile together with the aloe and other ingredients within it. So next time I'll be training on detoxification, but this is the part of the program package for anybody who have an issue with constipation, to make sure they're able to exit. You can see in this protein soya base, we have 25 grams of soya protein for cellular repair. And an adult, we need 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal. And forever, you've already got 24 grams. So forever has done well there. So it's well balanced, a good fiber for those bacteria in the colon to be able to produce what you call butyric acid, which is very, very important for immunity and for brain health. So as I'm coming to the end of my presentation today, I hope you are all still awake. You are not only what you consume, you are what you digest and absorb. Think about health. Health is the greatest wealth. Feed your body with right nutrients. Very, very important. As you can see on this one, this is a king or queen of junk food. These are all these things that people consume nowadays. It is very sad. For me, I'm very careful what I put in my mouth. You can see a lot of alcohol there, as I mentioned before. All these are junk food, devoid of essential nutrients. Look at this. All these Kenyan favorites. All these things contain, especially during night time, you see those people sending those sausages full of nitrate, which is cause cancer, as I mentioned before. Well, these are all the drinks. Apart from this alcohol, also you have all this one laden with a lot of artificial sweetener and additives, which we say can lead to leaky gut. So when we want to, now we can cross over to what we are recommending nowadays. This can be an occasional treat, not making on regular basis. Regular consumption is not recommended because they are unhealthy, which is now known to leading to increase in leaky gut syndrome. This is what we are now recommending. All these are what we are, as I said, we are blessed in this station with all this food. Pumpkin is one of my favorites. In my garden, I have organic pumpkin. And also butternuts I grow. So we have carrots there. We're all blessed. These are the things we say you should include in the food we consume. Contain a lot of antioxidant to make sure we don't become a victim of leaky gut. So that's highly recommended. And when we want to maintain or promote healthy digestive system, I always say stop eating. I call it CRAP. CRAP stands for carbonated drinks. I don't mention company's name. As I said, those drinks, they are laden with artificial sweeteners and also too much sugar. Here we have, and artificial colorings, refined sugar. As I said, limit. As consuming consumption of this artificial food and all those food which are processed, eat them occasionally as a treat. Limit increased consumption of them. Water is very, very important. We always say water is life. Some people, when you ask them to drink water, they look at alcohol as water. Alcohol is an oxidant, it's not water. We say ordinary water. Water, we recommend at a minimum of 2 liters a day. For me, I take 2.5 liters. And sometimes to change the day, sometimes occasionally I put, I like lime or lemon. I put a squeeze of lemon there, which is also very, very important. It makes it changes the taste. So that is what I consume on a daily basis. But it's very important for digestive system, for mobility. Without taking water, if you say you are taking our supplement, you are wasting your money because you will not be able to have optimum health. Water is life. So I hope you understand that. Also, in order to increase digestive system, the mobility, so you don't suffer from constipation, exercise also is of great importance. Exercise. This is me in the gym, and after that, to acquire vibrant health is part of what we recommend. Exercise. When you exercise, you're able to liberate all those. You don't get constipated. Your body is saying, good, I'm alive, especially when you're taking it together with all those nutrients, micronutrients and macronutrients I've already spoken about. So you don't have to go to the gym, okay? You can also run, okay? So by the time you finish your running or walking, which is I walk, that's three times a week, 30 minutes to an hour. I enjoy it. So very important for good digestive health. And again, as I'm coming to the end, these are the ways to promote a healthy digestive system. As I already said, avoid processed food, junk food, eat more of plant-based food, very, very important for your digestive health. Limit consumption of alcohol, which because it's a digestive irritant, causing inflammation and increasing leaky gut and also cancer. Do not cook with aluminum sufuria. In Kenya, Many people, they cook with aluminum stevia because it's cheap. Cheap can be expensive. Those aluminum, at the end of the day, they are known to cause leaky gut. So avoid cooking with aluminum stevia. You can invest with 1 or 2 stainless steel pots. Very, very important. We're talking about health here. Health is wealth. And stay away from glyphosate, which I said things which is a part of which is it's been classified as class 2 human carcinogen. Stay away from that. It's also because they spray it on the farm to reduce weeding. Try if you work on the farm, try and make sure you protect yourself by wearing protective gear so that you don't get accumulation of glyphosate, which is known to cause cancer. And this has been classified as part of what you call environmental toxins, as already mentioned. Do not cook with monosodium glutamate, called MSG. They are always in big container, red and green top. I know that's what they use it's a food enhancer used in Chinese food. But these are known to cause leaky gut, to damage the lining. Regular consumption of this in the food is been associated, according to research, to leaky gut syndrome. That's very popularly consumed in this nation. Okay? So try not to cook with them. Focus on adding colors to your plate. Make sure when you see your plate is like a rainbow, full of fruits and vegetables. These are all the things which are known to contain anti-inflammatory properties. And increase the amount of fiber, soluble fiber in your diet, like oat porridge. Oat is not expensive. All those different, those that can help to increase the population of those beneficial bacteria in your large intestine. Those ones, they know that they produce butyric acid for your immunity. So those are soluble fiber. Avoid coffee because it's known as a digestive irritant, because they can lead to poor absorption of nutrients. Even coffee, even tea. I know we're a tea drinking nation here. Too much tea, especially now you add a lot of sugar. Hey, my goodness, that's the double tragedy here. So tea contains tannin as part of the component of tea, and tannin tends to bind to minerals. So if you are drinking a lot of tea, you are wasting your money when you say you are buying those forever daily. Okay, you are destroying or depleting the amount of minerals in whatever you are taking as food supplement. So reduce your consumption of tea. Tea is also diuretic. Don't forget, it's not only Lasix that is diuretic. Those water tablets. Tea is also the same. Depleting the amount of minerals in your system. You can know, as I said here, some people, they are on antibiotics. I'm not against antibiotics, because if you have a child if a child has been diagnosed with meningitis, quickly to save that child from dying, you have to introduce what you call intravenous antibiotics. Then you can start using products from forever to remove the side effects. So antibiotics, they have a place as in conventional medicine. They have a place. It's good only for acute management, not for long time, not for chronic. So if you've been diagnosed with a lot of issues which requires antibiotics, it is recommended that you take our Forever Pro B, Active Pro B, after any course of antibiotics, to make sure you don't become a victim of leaky gut. I hope you're understanding me. Okay? You should avoid antibiotics. As I said, you can avoid it, but if it's necessary for acute management, because of its association with leaky gut and allergies. So this is the end of my presentation today. Thank you very much for those who have been able to be present for my presentation. I really, really appreciate your presence.